So these hours, the hours of humans are compared, the time humans live is compared to the time of these daffodils. So another comparison later, the poet highlights the shortness of life of humans, and he says, these hours humans live are compared to summer's rain. Why summer? They add like to summer rain. There is a simile here. So in summer, sometimes we don't have long hours of rain, like sometimes days of rain, just like in winter. For summer, we only have just like surges of rain for some seconds or minutes, and these are after a short while they are gone. So it's very short, and this is compared to the short time humans live. And then the poet highlights this issue again, a comparison between these short hours of the daffodil lives, or the humans live. And he highlights this comparison between these two periods with the time of pearls of morning dew, another simile as morning dew, morning pearls of morning dew, qatrat and nada in the morning. Do they last very long after the sunrise? Of course, no. When the sun just goes a bit higher, these pearls of dew, these drops of dew are easily gone and evaporate. So they don't have a very long time to stay in life, so they die and they vanish easily and never to be found again. They just evaporate and turn to vapor. So the comparison here is highlighted with these two images, the image of the summer rain and the image of the morning dew, which gives us a strong evidence that life is very short. The life of humans and the life of the daffodils. So you need to notice how the poet creates this kind of series of comparisons. He started with the daffodils, explaining how they live, how they start their life, how they are not supposed, or how they cannot actually live for a long while. And then he moved to compare these daffodils with the human's life. Just like the daffodils, the humans need to exploit their time and not to waste it in conflicts, in sadness, in complaints, or in anything. They just need to live their life because life is very short. And then he highlights this comparison by inserting these two images of the summer's rain and the morning dew. So here I'd like to attract your attention to the certain sets of words. The poet used some words to highlight the fastness, the quick movement of life. If you compare these words, like here, I forgot to make them in bold. Look here, haste. Haste means go very fast. And then run, the word run, also the poet highlights this word. And then he talks about we have short time and short spring and the quick growth. All these words are referred to um, the high speed of time. Time elapses very quickly, and we need to. It is related, yani indirectly related to the theme of the poem, which is carpe diem. So these words are connected with the theme of the poem. If you pay attention to the imagery, as far as we said, the poet is concerned with nature, you would find the poet allotting a lot of importance to the images that he takes from nature. The first one is daffodils, part of nature, the daffodils. And then he refers to the sun when it goes up and then it goes down. And then to noon, an image of youth that represents youth, a metaphorical expression. Evening, the evening song, which refers to um, old age or death. Spring, summer rain and morning dew. All these images are connected with nature. That's why it is one of the major features of the poet. Generally speaking, the theme of the poem is the shortness of a human life, which he summarizes in the Carpe Diem, as I said earlier. The tone of the speaker is somehow a neutral, but there is a kind of pessimism or sadness in the tone of the poem. The tone of the poet. So the poet, as if he does not believe in heaven and there is another life after this life. So he tries to push us to exploit the time to live life because it's very short, as far as we don't have a second chance. These are the major points the poet talks about. Um, After explaining the whole poem, we can refer to 2 points here. The poet, when we first read the poem, we might notice a surface meaning, which shows that the poet is talking about daffodils and the life of these daffodils, as if he is a kind of a scientist or some scholar. But when we read, no, we read the deep meaning. We understand that the poet talks about humans, and he only inserted daffodils just for a kind of a reference. These are the main points the we need to refer to in this poem. Thank you.